Have you ever questioned if you're in control or just a pawn in someone else's game? Well, stick around because we're about to explore the 5 signs you're being manipulated. Not only just stopping at identifying these signs, we're also going to talk about how to cut those puppeteer strings in the next video. Buckle up as we're about to expose the subtle art of manipulation. All right, let's dive into the first sign: emotional manipulation. It's like a silent puppeteer tugging at your heartstrings. Ever find yourself feeling guilty, anxious, or emotionally drained after a conversation? That might be the emotional puppetry in action. Emotional manipulation is like a subtle dance, often leaving us unaware of the strings being pulled. If you ever experienced a situation where someone makes you feel guilty for expressing your needs or desires, that's emotional manipulation at play. It could also be a constant fluctuation between extreme affection and cold detachment, leaving you on an emotional roller coaster. Up next, our second sign: constant criticism. It's like a relentless downpour of negativity. Have you ever felt like you're walking on eggshells, never quite meeting someone's standards? That's a classic manipulation tactic. One of the most profound effects is the erosion of self-esteem. When someone consistently points out your flaws, mistakes, or shortcomings, it can lead to a persistent sense of inadequacy. Over time, you might find yourself questioning your abilities and worth. Moving on to sign number 3, isolation tactics. If you've ever felt subtly pushed away from your support network, it might be a sign of manipulation. Isolation creates an environment where manipulation can thrive. One common tactic is creating dependency. Manipulators may subtly encourage reliance on them for emotional support, validation, or even basic needs. As the dependence deepens, the individual may find themselves withdrawing from other sources of support. Sign 4, gaslighting. This psychological manipulation technique involves distorting facts or reality to make you doubt your own perceptions. It's like a subtle dance of confusion. Here's an example of gaslighting tactic. Imagine this scenario. You distinctly remember a conversation or event, but the gaslighter flat out denies it ever happened. They might say, "That never occurred. You must be imagining things." This denial of reality is a classic gaslighting move. And finally, sign number 5, conditional affection. Genuine care should never come with strings attached. If you find love or kindness consistently tied to meeting specific demands, it's a red flag. Conditional affection often involves the withdrawal of love or approval as a form of punishment. If a person suddenly becomes distant or cold when you don't conform to their wishes, it's a red flag. This emotional manipulation aims to control your behavior through the fear of losing affection. That wraps up our exploration of the 5 signs you're being manipulated. Remember, awareness is your greatest defense. Also, stay tuned for the next video, where we'll dive into the tactics for cutting the strings of manipulation. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay vigilant.